first piece of acting we will be presenting tonight is a scene from Tom Wells's play, The Kitchen Sink. In this scene, things aren't going to plan for one family. There's something wrong with casting. Billy has pinned his hope for a place at art school on one portrait of Dolly Parton, and Sophie's jiu-jitsu dreams are disappearing down the plug hole. Enjoy.
What do you think about the nipples, Mum? 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 Mum?
Sorry, love.
The nipples, Dolly Parton's, what do you think?
Oh, they're lovely, Billy. Spot on.
You don't think they're too much?
No.
I'm worried she looks a bit cheap.
Don't be daft, Billy. It looks just like Dolly Parton. On a cold day.
Just imagine it being cold. What about sequins? Mum? Mum!
What, love?
Will you look, please?
I was trying to get on with your dad's tea.
Just
Billy.
look, though.
What's the matter?
What about sequins?
Actually on the nipples.
No, just in general. I got these blue ones, but I don't know if they'll help or, you know, hinder.
You must do what you think's right, love.
That's the thing, though. I don't know, because at the moment it looks good. But in the sequins, it might lift it a bit.
Okay.
Or it might ruin it. And then I won't have time to fix it before tomorrow. It's best just to play it safe. What if I get there tomorrow and you say, we do like this portrait of Dolly Parton. Technically a good portrait, looks like her and everything. But we think she's lacking something.
Like a bra?
No, like a spirit.
Right, right decision made.
Definitely. Definitely sequins. The thing is, though, with sequins,
I don't really have time for
I
this,
just
Billy.
think...
I'm behind on your
sort of
dad's
thing-
tea. I thought if
I'm
I
just
had it
quite
ready for
worried.
when he gets back...
You're not even listening!
It's a sodding picture, Billy. Of Dolly Parton, how hard can it be? Sorry, I shouldn't have.
You're right. It's a sort of picture of Dolly Parton. I'm fucked.
Billy.
Doesn't matter.
I think it looks lovely. Honest, it does. Really lovely.
Cheers.
And I don't even know anything about art, so they're sure to like it more. You've got those pictures of clouds and that film of Edna dancing to thingy.
Justin Timberlake.
You'll be sure and you will.
Think.
Come here. Whatever happens, you'll be all right.
Hope so. Still think I'll give the sequins a miss.
I better get on.
I can still spell it, Mum.
Just keep plunging. It'll.
Do you not think we ought to get it fixed, though? Properly, Mum.
Oh, I think I'd miss it. Quite therapeutic, really. A good plunge. Oh, do you want to set the table?
Shall I do this?
What, love?
What should I do about?
Oh, just leave it there. It's fine.
You sure?
Positive.
Is this a specialty, Mum?
What, love?
A specialty?
Not really. Casserole, why?
Nothing, just... You seem to be putting quite a lot of effort into those carrots. So I thought maybe it was a specialty to talk about...
It might come up.
Right. Just set it for you and Dad then, the table.
Anything, Billy, just...
Freaking out. Nice nipples, Billy.
What?
Just saying. God, they're a bit erect.
Cheers.
At the house tonight, love.
Oh, you know.
Girls all right?
Yeah. Well, you know, those weepers and proper tough cookies. But I think I'm getting through to them. Some good blocking today. Not as many bruises. Sensei Steve seemed pleased. He said I'd put me in for my black belt in the summer, but...
So, that's amazing.
That sounds brilliant, isn't it? reckon I'll fuck it up, to be honest. I do.
Oh, come on, So, of course you won't.
It smells nice.
It's a special tea.
Oh. Because of... Well, I'm off out anyway. So.
You've only just got in.
Yeah, well, you know, somewhere nice. I think we're off into Hull.
Oh, very nice. All of you going?
Yeah, some of us. Are you nervous?
Bit nervous.
You're definitely taking that though.
I am, yeah.
But I mean, you've got other stuff, right?
Bits and bobs. Them photos I took of clouds.
Edna bringing sexy back.
This is my main piece though. Took me ages to stuff out.
Right.
What do you mean?
Well, they can be quite snobby in that, can't they?
I don't get you.
I just imagine them all sat around in their little offices in London, surrounded by all Leonardo da Vinci, Tracy Emin, and you turn up from Withersney with Dolly Parton tucked in your arm, except her nipples won't fit.
Sophie.
I'm joking. You'll be fine.
Soph's right though. They will look down on Dolly. People do. But then I just think, she's proper inspiring, isn't she? Like, I remember the first time I heard her. You ever at school trip to the abattoir? And all the lads got on the coach and started having a go at the driver because they wanted to listen to banging tunes or free or whatever. And he just ignored them. Carried on listening to his music. I couldn't believe anyone could just ignore them and carry on. Because he gave me quite a hard time in that. All the time, really. So I decided to listen too. And it was Jolene. It's just someone singing the whole of themselves. All of the fragile bits and the needy bits. And making it beautiful. I don't know, sort of strong or not giving a shit who he is. So I thought it'd be good if she was with me tomorrow. Because it's... I feel like I'm putting myself on the line a bit. Quite a lot of myself, really. Dreams and that. This time next week, I'll know. The struggle for equality has underpinned key events throughout history, from the American slave trade to the Holocaust, women's suffrage and more. Revelations is a signature choreographic work of the Albinelli Dance American Theatre. The work is inspired by the hardship of the slaves in the slave trade. Throughout this evening, you will witness our remaking of multiple of the scenes from the Revelations production. And here is the first, I've Been Buked. This first piece focuses on not giving up, even in the midst of sorrow.
True is a collaboration between Andrew Bovill and Frantic Assembly. This scene gives you a snapshot of the family through the eyes of the 4 siblings and their parents, Bob and Fran.
It's late,
Past midnight.
and the phone starts to ring.
You're standing in your pyjamas and bare feet, still heavy with sleep because you've just been walking.
Your heart is beating,
Too fast.
like it might go.
Any minute it might go.
You know if you answer, your life is going to change.
And you're not ready for it.
Even though you've been waiting for this call ever since we were old enough to stay out past 9.
Ever since you stopped tucking us in late at night and turning off the light.
Ever since we came screaming into this world,
You've been waiting for this.
And you're thinking, which one of my kids is in trouble?
which one of my kids is hurt?
Which one of my kids is dead?
And how will I tell their mother?
For you could turn around.
To walk away.
Not answer.
But you know that this.
Whatever this is.
Just has to be faced.
Hello?
Berlin. A winter coat, a travel bag, a red nose and a broken heart. I'm standing on the platform at the train station. It's cold, my train is late, my socks are wet. Don't know why I'm here or where I'm meant to go next. Met him 4 nights ago, and he was the most beautiful boy I had ever seen. His name was Emmanuel, of course, and he came from Madrid. Been travelling by myself for 3 months. The great European adventure. London, Dublin, Paris, Prague, then Berlin. Been saving for a year. Bar work, cafe work, babysitting. Mum and Dad said don't go by yourself, it's too dangerous. Go on a tour, at least with some girlfriends. Look, I told them I'll meet people, I'll be fine. Meeting people is a lot harder than you think. I mean, I did meet people at hostels and stuff, but mainly other English people. And it was fun for a night or 2, but the boys just wanted to have sex. And I guess that's alright, but if I wanted to have sex with an Englishman, I would have just stayed in Hallett Cove. So, I visit the museum. I Skype home once a week and tell Mum and Dad what an amazing place Europe is. They've never been. I tell them I'm having the best time, because I can't bear the thought of them being disappointed for me. When I FaceTime my sister Meg, pretend the camera on my iPad is broken, because she knows me. She'll see it in my face. She'll see that it's all a mess and she'll tell me to come home. But I can't come home. Not yet. Then, I couldn't go home then, because if I did, it would be such a defeat. I don't know what it's meant to be. I don't know what I'm meant to do. Keep wondering when it will start. Life. When will life start? And then there he is, at a club in Mitte, dancing with his shirt off, and I think, wow, that guy can really dance. That guy is like fire. And then he looks over at me. And I am gone. I pretend that I'm not, try and make it seem like I'm all cool. Try and make it seem like I'm not interested. But I am so interested. And we dance until the sun comes up. And as we step out of the club into the light, I think, this is it. This is life. I am living. And I can tell he wants to take me back to his place, or to his friend's place, or to someone's place. Not too sure whose place it is, but I say okay. Because I'm living and I don't want life to stop. And when he kisses me, I want to cry, because I've never been kissed like that. Not in Hallett Cove anyway. And I'd never been kissed where he kissed me. Oh. touched quite like that. You could tell he knew some things, and for once it didn't seem to matter that I didn't. 3 days. 3 days we stayed in bed, and after those 3 days I seemed to know some things too. We didn't even get up to eat. He'd disappear downstairs and come back with a bowl of cereal and 2 spoons. And that's all we'd eat. Cereal out of the same bowl for 3 days. But on the 3rd night, I do that thing you shouldn't do. Think about the future. I imagined taking him home to see Mum and Dad and my sisters, and to see them fall in love with him like I have, and to see how proud they are and how happy they are that I have found such a man, such a beautiful man, who brought him all the way back home to Hallock Cove. And then suddenly I'm on my father's lawn, and I'm surrounded by his roses, and I'm on his arm, and he's got tears in his eyes. And Mum's there in a new dress, which she never lets herself have, and my sister Pip's there with her husband Steve and their 2 girls. And my sister Meg with her boyfriend Taylor. My oldest sister Beth is there with a new boy who won't last because they never do with Beth. And I love them all so much. Sometimes I think too much, if you can love too much. But now I have to make space for Emmanuel, who is standing there in a suit, and he looks so handsome. And then suddenly I'm in a white dress, and I'm so embarrassed, but I'm in a white dress. I'm standing on my father's lawn, on his arm, and then he wakes up, and he looks at me as if he knows what I'm thinking, and he knows what I'm going to say, so I kiss him, and he smiles, and we make love so tenderly, so sweetly. And as I lay there on his chest, listening to the beat of his heart, falling asleep, I think, is this it? Is this what falling in love is? And then when I wake up, he's gone. With 400 euros from my wallet, my iPad, my favourite camera, and my scarf, along with a large piece of my heart. I go downstairs and see a girl at a table smoking a cigarette, and I ask if she's seen him. She shrugs and said he mentioned something about going to see his girlfriend in London. She then tells me to get my things, to get out of her house. As I walk through the streets of Berlin, I feel small. I feel like I'm 12 years old. I feel ridiculous! I feel like I'm going to fall to pieces, bit by bit. Like my head's going to fall off, and then my arms and my legs. I want my mum and dad, and my sisters, and I want to hear them laugh and argue and tease me. But I can't think of them now. So to stop myself from falling apart, I make a list of all the things I know. I mean really know for certain to be true. And the terrifying thing is, it's a really short list. I don't know much at all. But the one thing I know to be certain and to be true is that at 25 Windery Avenue, Hallock Cove, things are exactly the same as I left them. And I know I need to go home.
I know.
Yeah, but you can't be late.
I'm never late.
You were late on Monday.
5 minutes. That's not late.
It takes 2 minutes to grab a child and put her in your car.
You know that, do you?
There's dinner in the fridge, some bolognese. Just heat it up in the microwave. Pip will pick up the kids at 6.
I'm going to see about getting rid of that tree.
You're not touching that tree.
It makes a mess of the car.
Good. Give you something to do.
It's going to drop a bough one day, right on the shed.
With you in it if I'm lucky.
It's a bloody eyesore.
It's the most beautiful thing in the garden. It's the only thing that doesn't grow in a straight line and hasn't been pruned to within an inch of its life. Hi. Where the hell did you come from?
Berlin.
Rosie.
I'm home. Well, what's the matter? What's happened? Nothing. Bob?
Are you hurt?
No. Sick? No. I'm fine.
When did you get in?
About an hour ago. It took me a while to get through customs.
Why didn't you call?
I wanted to surprise you.
I would have picked you up. I would have been there.
I know.
Oh.
Look, I caught a taxi.
Well, how much did that cost?
It's me.
Fran,
Bruce just walked
you
in.
caught a taxi.
Something's happened. Mum.
Well, did he come the course road at least?
It was a she, and she came the
I think
expressway.
you should come over.
That's it. They think the expressway is much quicker, but if there's no traffic, they should go the course road.
That was Pip. She's on her way.
You... Look at you. Franny.
I know. Oh, it's me. Yeah, Rosie's just walked in. I know, but she's here. Something's happened.
Mum!
You look...
The same. I don't.
No.
All grown up.
Just the same.
Meg's on her way.
Look, I'm meant to look older.
You haven't gone that long, love.
Yeah, Rosie's just walked in. Something's happened.
Mum! Nothing's happened.
Look at you.
What?
You look...
The same, apparently.
Did you meet someone?
No.
A boy?
No.
Did he hurt you?
Who hurt you?
A boy.
Mum! I've just walked through the door. You just stopped asking so many questions. So I don't have the answers right now. And if you keep asking, I'm going to cry. I'm home, as much as I know right now, okay?
Can you go home? Oh, Bob, she's home.
I know.
We can sleep again.
Rosie?
Oh,
Hi, Ian.
she's here. Can you believe it?
Just walks in through the front door. Not even a phone call, and she catches a taxi from the airport.
What for?
Exactly, when there's all these cars here to pick her up, and people to do so. Oh, what's the point in a family when they can't pick you up at the airport?
I wanted to surprise you.
I'm still getting up off the floor, love.
You look. Same, apparently.
Go on then, what's happened?
Nothing.
Mum said.
I know.
Why did you come back early?
Somebody hurt her.
Seriously.
A boy.
Well, are you alright?
I'm fine. Look, I don't want it to be about that.
No, she's right. Give the girl some air. She's only just got in.
Rosie! What happened?
A guy what's his name? Where is he?
Hey, look, sister, I've missed you. Where have you been again? Oh, hey, Mr. Napalot.
She caught a taxi.
What, from the airport?
Of all the things.
I would have picked you up.
That's what I said.
You should have called.
I told her.
Right, I'm making coffee. Who wants coffee?
I can't stay.
You can stay for a moment.
I'm late, Mum.
Yes, but Rosie's home.
Where's Steve and the girls?
At home, they've got school.
Yeah, Dad's picking them up at 3:15. Go with him. Make sure he's not late.
I'm never late.
You were late on Monday.
Pip's been promoted.
Really? It's fantastic.
Starting so early and finishing later.
She's running a whole department, a whole government department.
No, I'm not.
She's reporting directly to the Minister of Education.
Just to his advisors, actually.
Well, you've met the Minister.
Once.
Well, there you go. They even sent her overseas.
Where?
Vancouver. It's just a conference.
She's lucky she's got help.
I know that, Mum.
I'm just saying, with Steve, he's good with the kids.
Yeah, he's great. He's their dad.
With a job of his own.
That's right. He's the dad and he's got an amazing job of his own. It's incredible.
I'm just saying that some men can't manage it as well as he does.
I know that. I don't need you to tell me.
Well, excuse me for having an opinion on the matter.
Can I scream now? Would anyone mind if I screamed now?
This hasn't been used. Dad, why haven't you used this?
He hasn't worked it out yet.
But I showed him. Dad, I showed you. You stick in a pod and you turn it on. I don't understand why you don't use the things that I get you.
Oh, he does.
Because I don't need them. I don't need coffee machines and leaf blowers when a rake does the job just as well. And I drink tea. Sometimes I think you've got more money than sense.
Well, I work for it.
You want to put a little away, that's all I'm saying.
I'll have coffee. Rosie, do you want coffee? Pip,
I have to go.
Beth, make your sisters a coffee. I'll have a latte. Rosie? Oh, I thought you got away.
So did I. You want a coffee, Meg?
Oh, my cat's here. You just walked in.
All right. Make me one of those after all.
Show him how to do it, Beth. It's good to learn new things, Bob.
Yeah. Give me a look at that.
So what actually happened?
I don't want to talk about it. How's Taylor?
She didn't tell you?
Really? A month ago. Are you okay?
I won't. He left her.
It was mutual.
Packed a bag and walked out without an explanation.
Were you there, Mum?
Why wouldn't he?
I don't know what happened.
I've got a pretty good idea.
No, actually, you don't.
He wanted children.
Oh, did he?
And you wouldn't be in it.
Is that right?
Then what? Tell me, a man doesn't just walk out like that.
No. We won't have any of that. Rosie's just got home.
Look, I liked him. He was a part of this family for 3 years, and then one day he's gone and you give us nothing. We're not even allowed to say goodbye. I miss him. I thought he was the one. I'd made room for him.
I know, Mum. Sorry.
Well, I've got to go soon.
We'll have dinner tonight, all together. Oh, Bob, pick up a few chickens from the butcher's when you get the kids.
Mum, I've got plans.
We'll change them. Rosie's home. Oh, and don't forget your washing. It's folded up on your bed.
Thanks. You still do her washing?
Only on Sundays.
It's just my shirt.
Mum, she does her own underwear.
You're not doing her any favours.
She works in an office. She has to look smart.
So, she can learn how to iron. She's 28.
Well, Mum helps you with the kids.
So,
Well, I'm just saying.
it's different.
Why?
Because she'll help you with your kids too. If you ever find a man stupid enough to have them with.
Don't say that. Of course she will. What kind of thing is that to say?
Just said, Mum, you're not doing her any favours.
Look, it's my washing machine. It's my house. She's my daughter. I'll wash her clothes if I want to.
This coffee's not bad.
Beth, wash your own clothes.
I do. It's just my shirts. I can't get them like she does.
Then take them to a laundry and pay for it.
What's the matter, Pip? Thinking just an out on something here?
You work, Mum. You work more hours and harder than anyone in this family. You should not still be washing and ironing her shirts.
That's my business.
I'm trying to defend you.
I don't need defending from my own daughter.
No, I'm going.
Me too. Look, no one misses out here. What one person gets, another one gets in a different way.
Who'd have thought it?
What?
But she's been all over the world and now she's back. Oh, little Rosie. She was never meant to be here, you know. We thought we'd finish at 3 kids. Sal's were in the grand final.
And that's mine.
So it was a big night.
Enough of that old story. We've all heard it too many times. It's enough to say that your father is lazy and irresponsible and should have had it on when he didn't. He's together too quick with his business anyway, so there's no joy in it for anyone but him. And that's what will happen grand final night after a few beers. And let that be a warning to you all.
She's right. All of it's true, but thank God for a little recklessness. Because look who came out of it.
Don't forget the chickens, Rosie.
Do you want me to get them ready? Has anyone seen my phone?
I'll call you, tell you how I want them done.
I know how to prepare a chicken.
You don't know everything.
I probably do about this.
You have to rub the salt on the inside.
I know that.
Did someone put my phone somewhere?
You're gorgeous, you know that.
Can't wait to see the kids. Got presents for them.
You didn't have to do that.
I know, but I wanted to.
See ya.
I've got it. Thanks everyone for your concern.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm just sick of answering that question. I just wish that you got away.
Wasn't ready.
Don't leave it too long. You'll miss the chance like the rest of us.
Oh shit, I'm so late. I won't make it to dinner, but don't tell Mum.
Bye. Love you.
Beth, no, come. It would be nice for us all to get together.
You hungry?
I ate on the plane.
There's some bolognese in the fridge.
I'm not eating much meat at the moment.
Well, there's some cucumbers or something.
Roses look nice.
They're in the first flush, Rosie. They're at the best. Just like you. Are you going to tell me what happened over there?
I fell in love with the wrong guy.
Did it hurt?
So much, Dad.
Well, I'll tell you something for free. Everyone has their heart broken at least once. Hopefully for you it'll be the only time.
Have you?
I've been with your mother ever since I was a kid. God. She was my first and only love.
This next piece is from Noises Of, where self-proclaimed actors rehearse a flop called Nothing's On. In this extract, we see the actors in the theatrical, or is it the dress rehearsal?
It's no good you going on. I can't open the sardines and answer the phone. I've only got one pair of feet. Hello? Yes, but there's no one here, love. Mr. Brent lives here, that's right. But now, he lives in Spain. Yes. Mr. Philip Brent, that's right. Yes, but no, you know, the one that writes all those plays, yes, that's him, but only now, he writes them in Spain, yes. No, she's in Spain too. They're all in Spain, there's no one here. Am I in Spain? No, I'm not in Spain. I'm the housekeeper, you see, but I go home at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday to put my feet up with a nice plate of sardines and to watch, the Royal, on the telly. Yes. Where's that paper? And if you've come to speak about the letting of the house, well, then you'll have to ring the house agents because they're the agents for the house, yes. Yes. Squire, Hackman and Dudley, yes, that's right. I know, hold on. I'll go look, yeah. Always the same, isn't it? Take the weight off your feet and down it comes on your head. And I'll take the sardines. No, I'll leave the sardines. No, I'll take.
You leave the sardines and you put the receiver back.
Yeah, right. I'll take the sardines. And I'll put the receiver back.
And you leave the sardines.
Yeah, right. Yeah, leave the sardines. We've changed that, haven't we, love?
No, look.
That's what I've always
I shouldn't have said that, Dotty, my precious.
Well, how about the words, love?
They've got a very familiar ring.
Oh, only. It's like a fruit machine in here. You see, I never know what's going to come up.
I know that, Dotty.
Could be oranges or 3 lemons and a banana.
Anyway, we don't open till midnight. So, you're holding the receiver.
Right.
Squire, Hackam and...
Squire, Hackman, and hold on, I'll go and look. Always the same, isn't it? Take the weight off your head and down it comes on you like the earth.
Right, let's hold it there.
I'm the housekeeper.
No, just hold it 1 second. Dotty, come back, please. Obviously.
I'm
No.
the housekeeper, yes, but this is her
Rob,
afternoon
hold it.
off.
Stop.
So we've got
No.
the place in
Right. Dotty! Yeah, and do it again, but make sure you take the newspaper out with you this time.
Oh,
You leave the sardines, put the receiver back, and you take off the newspaper.
right.
Here you are,
Oh,
love.
sorry, love.
Don't worry, love, it's only the technical.
It's the dress, Gary, honey. It's the dress rehearsal.
So when was the technical?
So when was the
We open tomorrow.
Well, we're all thinking of it as the technical, aren't we, dear?
Yes, it's all the words, Miss Sweetheart.
Oh, don't worry about the words, Dotty, my pet.
Coming up like oranges and lemons.
Listen, Dotty, your words are fine. Your words are better than... isn't that right?
Sorry.
Okay, so, he's the... Fine. Okay, so, well, Dotty, you've been playing this kind of part for, well, over... you know what I mean.
Right, well, Gary, you're not even in the scene, so if you'd like to get off...
No, but we've only had a fortnight to rehearse. We don't know where we are, but my God, here we are.
That's right, my love. That's right. Isn't that right, Lou?
No, but we've got to play at Western Supermare all the rest of this week. Then Yeovil, then God knows where, then God knows where else, and so on for God knows how long. And we're all of us feeling pretty much... I mean, aren't you?
Anyway, you're not in the scene, so if you'd like to get off...
No, let me just say one more thing, Lou. You know, since we've stopped, I've worked with a lot of directors, Lou. Some of them were geniuses, and some of them were bastards, Lou. But I've never met one who was so totally and absolutely... I don't know.
Okay, well, that's brilliant, Gary. I feel beautifully touched, okay? Now, if you'd like to get off the fucking stage, yes? Brilliant. And Brooke!
Yes.
Are you in? Are you there? Brilliant! So you're not in the scene either, so if you'd like to exit the stage. Right. Let's go from Dotty. You are holding the receiver.
Yeah.
So there I am, holding the receiver. I put the receiver back, and I leave the sardines. Yes. Always the same, isn't it? Take the weight off your feet and it comes down on you like your stomach.
And you
have a
take off the
housekeeper, yes.
newspaper.
But this is her... newspaper?
Oh, the newspaper.
I have a housekeeper, yes, but this is her afternoon off. So we've got the place entirely to ourselves, and I'll just check. Hello, anyone at home? No, there's no one here. So, what do you think?
Great, and is it all yours?
Oh, just a little shack in the woods, really. A converted posset mill, 16th century.
It must have cost a bomb.
Oh, well, one has to have somewhere to entertain one's business associates. Someone coming at 4 o'clock, in fact. Arab chic. Oil, you know.
Right, and I've got to get those files to our phasing stock
Oh,
office
yes,
by
yes.
4.
We'll only just manage to fit it in. I mean, we'll only just manage to do it. I mean, we won't even bother to chill the champagne.
Oh, for crying out
The
loud.
champagne. The champagne! Oh, only a handful, really. Study, kitchen, and a self-contained service flat for the housekeeper.
Right, and which one's the...
The usual offices through here.
Now I've lost the sardines.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought there was no one here.
I'm not here. I'm up. Only it's the royal, you know, with all the eggs and covered in fruit. Yeah. Who are you?
I'm from the agents.
Oh, the agent.
Squire, Hackerman, Dudley.
Oh, yes. Squire, Hackman and Dudley. So which one are you?
I'm Tramplemain.
Oh. Walking as here as if you own the place.
Oh, no,
Oh,
I just came to check a few things. Well, to do one or two odd jobs. Go over a few things, and then a client. I'm showing a prospective tenant over the house.
Right.
What's wrong with this dog?
She's thinking of renting it. Her interest is definitely aroused.
That's
not the bloody bedroom.
No, that's the downstairs bathroom and WC suite. And this is the housekeeper, Mrs. Clarkett. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about her.
Well, it's the royal, you know, with all the acting covered in fruits and, you know,
We'll just be over here.
yeah. I'll have the sound on though.
We'll just inspect the house.
Only now I've forgotten the newspaper.
I'm sorry about all this.
That's all right.
Sardines!
Lou, these sardines, they're driving us all mad.
Something wrong with the sardines? Poppy!
There's 4 plates coming on in Act 1 alone. They go here, they go there. She takes them, I take them. I mean, don't you feel, you know, the sardines?
What, sardines?
Change the sardine.
Make the poor girl turbo off the bone.
It's all right for you. You're out there. We're up here. We've got to do it. Plus, we've got bags, plus boxes, plus doors, plus words, plus the rug. I mean, don't you feel, you know...
We're not getting at you, Poppy, love. We think the sardines all over the place.
I'm just trying to...
Well, what would you like to change? The bags, the boxes, the doors?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We can't start changing things now, love.
I'm just saying. Bags, boxes, doors, words, sardines, us, okay? I've made my point.
You certainly have, Gary. Got that, Poppy?
Oh, yeah.
Right, let's go from Dottie's exit. Actually, Poppy,
Yeah.
don't let this happen again, please.
Oh, no, I won't let you.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Lloyd. I just thought we ought to, you know,
Of course.
better out than, you know.
Much better, as long as Dottie's happy.
Absolutely happy, love.
Well, will you do something for me then? Dottie, my precious.
Anything, Lou, my sweet.
Take the sardines off with you.
Right.
No!
I'm sorry about all this.
That's all right. We don't want the television, do we?
On the door!
This next song is a piece we've been learning with our singing teacher Emily, and we're sure you'll recognise it. First recorded in 2002 and performed over 100 times by different artists. This is You Raise Me Up.
Our next piece of theatre is a contemporary reimagining of the Emmeline Pankhurst Freedom of Press speech. This was first delivered on the 13th of November 1913 and has become famous as a speech to raise awareness of the battle women faced in the struggle for equality. We will be performing this using many voices to represent the unity of the people in the fight for fair treatment and justice.
I am here as a soldier who has temporarily left the field of battle in order to explain what civil war is like. When civil war is waged by women.
Yes. I am not only here as a soldier who has temporarily left the field of battle, I am here as a person who, according to the laws courts of my country, is of
No value to the community at all.
I am adjudged because of my life to be a dangerous person, under a sentence of penal servitude in a convict prison. Well, I do not look either very like a soldier or very like a convict, and yet I am both.
In England, there is a strange manifestation taking place.
A new form of hysteria being swept across part of the feminist population of those isles.
And this manifestation takes the shape of irresponsible breaking of windows.
And burning of letters. General inconvenience to honest, respectable business people who want to attend their business.
It is very rational, you will say.
Even if these women truly understood what it was they were doing, and even if they really did want the vote.
They have adopted very irrational means for getting the vote.
My sentiments exactly.
How do you think you should get the vote? By breaking our windows?
Yes. Think about this, did you?
We have had to make a great many people very uncomfortable. Now, one woman was arrested on occasion when a great many windows were broken in London as a protest. against a piece of trickery on the part of the government.
We broke those windows.
We broke them as a protest.
Aye, you broke a good many shopkeepers' windows.
Yes. You broke the windows of the shopkeepers where you spend your money, where you buy your hats and your clothing.
You broke the windows of many of the clubs, the smart clubs in Piccadilly.
Yes. One of those clubs was the Guard Club.
Well, the ordinary army man is not so much in politics, but he very often, because of his aristocratic and social connections, has considerable influence if he would use it.
One woman broke the windows of the Guard Club.
When she broke those windows, she stood there quietly and waited till a guard hall porter came out and seized her and took her to prison.
The guards came out to see the kind of woman who it was who had broken their windows, and there they saw a quiet little woman.
She happened to be an actress. A woman who had come into our militant movement because she knew of the difficulties and dangers and temptations of an actress's life. So she came into our movement to get votes for actresses as quickly as possible.
Some of the guards, I think men who never knew what it was to earn a living. Who knew nothing of the difficulties of a man's life.
Let alone the difficulties of a woman's life.
We've done nothing wrong.
It's because you've done nothing, I've broken your windows.
The shopkeeper couldn't understand why we break the shopkeeper's window.
Why should you alienate the sympathy of the shopkeepers?
Well, there is the other side of the question. Gentlemen, why should the shopkeepers alienate their customers by refusing to help them get political power?
We're not politicians.
Those women broke shopkeepers' windows. But what was the situation?
Just at the beginning of the new winter season, when all the new hats and coats were being shown, the shopkeepers had to barricade their windows with wood, and nobody could even see their new winter fashions.
Well, there again creates another impossible situation.
The shopkeeper cannot afford to quarrel with its customers. And today we have far more practical means of sympathy among the shopkeepers of London.
Yes, more than we ever had when we were quiet, gentle, ladylike suffragists asking nicely for the vote.
Then there were the men of pleasure, or the businessmen that were so busy earning money during the week that all they could focus on when the week came to an end was recreation. And the great recreation of England today is...
Playing golf!
Every Saturday you'd see men streaming away to the country for the weekend to play golf.
They so monopolised these golf links, and they made a rule that although the ladies may play golf throughout the week, the course is entirely reserved for men on Saturdays and Sundays.
5 days.
They are not thinking how best they can govern the country for you and what new laws they can make for you and for this world.
They are there, all of them, at the weekend getting their health, and I do not blame them for it. Well, we attack the golf links.
And if you had been in London and taken a Sunday paper, you would have read, especially if you play golf, consternation that all the beautiful greens that had taken years to make,
They've been cut up or destroyed with an acid, or made almost impossible to play on. I was staying at a little house in the country, and several times in the course of that Sunday morning, I got telephone calls from gentlemen who were prominent members of golf clubs in that vicinity.
It just so happened that the golf links where I was spending the weekend had not been touched. Those links had been respected because some of the prominent women suffragettes happened to be members of the club. And those women destroyed the greens.
Well, I don't know who they were, but it was no doubt done by women. Spared the links of these women who they respected and admired played.
Well then this morning I was rung up over and over again by many excited gentlemen who begged that their links would be spared, saying,
I don't know whether your followers know, but we are all suffragists. On our committee, we are entirely in favour of women's suffrage.
Well, don't you think you would better tell Mr. Asquith so? Because if you are a suffragist and do nothing, naturally you will only add to the indignation of the women.
If you really want your golf links spared, you had better imitate to Mr. Asquith that you think it is high time he put his principles into practice and gave women the vote.
The members of our committee, who are all suffragists, are seriously considering throwing all the women members out of this sort of behaviour.
Well, don't you think that your greatest safety is to keep the women in the club as a sort of insurance policy against anything happening to your links.
Come back, come on.
We found that all the fine phrases of freedom and liberty were entirely for male consumption, and that they did not in any way apply to women.
When it was said,
Taxation without representation is tyranny.
it was the taxation of men without representation is tyranny. Everybody quite calmly accepted the fact that women had to pay for the vote, and even was sent to prison if failed to do so.
Government of the people, for the people, and by the people.
Again, only for male consumption. Half of the people were entirely ignored. Women were expected to obey the laws and pay their taxes and look as pleasant as possible, given the circumstances.
In fact, every principle of liberty, enunciated in every civilised country on earth, with very few exceptions, were held entirely for men. Am I right?
Yeah.
And when the women had to force the putting of practice into these principles, only then they had decided they'd come into a very unpleasant situation indeed.
In our civil war, people have suffered. But you cannot make omelettes without breaking the eggs.
Yeah.
Therefore, you cannot have civil war without damage to something.
Things to see, but no more damage is done than is absolutely necessary. That you do just as much as will arouse enough feeling to bring about peace. Bring about an honourable peace for the combatants. And that's what we've been doing.
Put them in prison.
Yeah, that will stop them.
And it didn't stop it.
They put women in prison for long terms of imprisonment for making a nuisance of themselves. That's what they said when they took the petitions to the doors of the House of Commons. They thought that by putting them in prison, giving their days imprisonment, would cause them to all settle down again and there'd be no further trouble.
But it didn't happen so at all. Instead of women giving up, more and more women did it, until there were 300 women at a time who hadn't broken a single law, only made a nuisance of themselves, as the politicians say.
Well then, they thought they must go a little further. And so they started imposing punishments of a very serious kind.
The judge who sentenced me last May, 3 years penal servitude for certain speeches of acts of violence done by other women, said if I was to say I was sorry, if I could promise not to do it again, that they would revise my sentence and shorten it.
All right, I agree. It was a very heavy sentence, especially as the jury recommended her to mercy because of the purity of her motives.
And he said he was giving me a determinate sentence. A sentence that will convince me that I would give up my
Evil ways.
And would also
Deter other women from imitating you.
But it hadn't that effect at all.
So far from it having that effect, more and more women are doing these things.
And they're more determined in doing them.
So that the long determinate sentence would crush the agitation.
They little know what women are.
Women are very slow to rouse, but once they are aroused,
Once they are determined, nothing on earth
and nothing in heaven
will make women give way.
It is impossible.
So here I am.
I come to ask you to help us win this fight.
If we win it, the hardest of all fights, and then to be sure that it is made easy for women all over the world to win their fight.
When their